I think one of the hardest builds to pull off is like that genuine support build in D&D. The unfortunate truth about D&D mechanics is healing is pretty inefficient, and it's often more efficient just to kill your enemies and then do a bit of light healing afterwards, just take a rest. It's really hard to get that feeling in D&D that you might get from something like Overwatch, where you're a healer in the back line that's just protecting your team, and that's your job. We don't get that too often. Most of the sports are focused on debuffing the enemies, and even like a cleric can turn on Spirit Guardians, and it's probably more efficient than any healing you can pull off. But what I wanted out of this particular build is to get that feeling of just like a genuine support, that your job is to focus on your allies, you do very little interaction with your enemies. That's what I was going for here. That's what I really like about this build, is it makes you feel like a support and you do a good job at it. Your team is going to love you. Now, being a mountain dwarf with the Tasha's variant is going to be pretty important with this build. We don't want to have to invest in strength to use our heavy armor, and mountain dwarfs help us out with that. But on top of that, the +2/+2 is quite nice. Now, this is a Paladin Artificer Multiclass, meaning we're going to need 13 in strength, charisma, as well as intelligence, and then we're going to want constitution as well, because we're going to be taking some hits for the team. But at the end of the day, what our stats are going to look like is charisma as our primary, intelligence as our secondary, and constitution as our tertiary. For levels 1 and 2, we're going to be going paladin. This gives us wisdom saves as well as heavy armor. Very important. This first level is going to be a bit awkward for us because we're going to be doing kind of more normal paladin things, except we don't have the strength to back it up. So it's just kind of this awkward level for us. However, if we can struggle our way through it, level 2 is a big level for us. It gives us paladin spells, which is going to let us cast a big spell like Bless, which is probably going to be our main fight winning spell. It's also going to give us a fighting style, which we're going to use to take the Blessed Warrior, so we can have cantrips that we can use to attack. So Sacred Flame comes to mind with this particular character. I like that flavor a little bit more than Toll the Dead. We also get the Lay on Hands feature, which is a completely slept on feature. It's a great support feature. We can either use it as a quick burst heal, we can use it as a emergency 1 HP, pick them up off the ground, or we can use it to cure the poison condition. Fantastic and overlooked. Now levels 3 through 5, we're going to be going into Artificer, but our playstyle really isn't going to be changing much. We're going to be still focused on that one fight winning spell, casting cantrips in between, and mostly being focused on defense and support. Artificers can help out with this because we get infusions, which I'm likely going to be giving to my allies to make sure that they're getting those buffs. Give the weapon to the fighter who's going to be attacking the most often, and give the defense to the person who's going to be holding the line. Things like that. Just kind of read your party and get them the right infusions for them. Furthermore, we can extend the range of our cantrips with something like Firebolt, or we can take more utility-based cantrips, something like Mending. It also expands our first level spells and our first level fight-winning spells. Fairy Fire may be better than Bless at these levels, so feel free to use it. Though for me and the flavor purposes, I'm probably still focused on buffs more than I am on the debuffs. Now we really come online once we hit level 5, which is our third level in Artificer, giving us the Artillerist. Why the Artillerist is such a huge deal is the Protector Cannon. The Protector Cannon has a radius of 10 feet, and it's going to give everyone a D8 plus our intelligence mod of temporary HP every single turn, just using a bonus action. Now, what is the price to get this? Well, we can do it once per day for free, and then on top of that, we can just use our first level spells to create this, and this far outweighs any other first level spell we could possibly cast. It is so efficient. Let's say we cast it out of combat. That means we're giving an 8 plus whatever our intelligence mod is, let's say 3 at this level, 11 temporary HP to every single one of our teammates. If we have 6 teammates, that's 66 temporary HP we gave them for a first level spell, and it's going to last until the beginning of the next fight. Now, once the fight breaks out, people are going to take damage, that temporary HP is going to disappear, but we just keep the cannon on us, we move into position, and we pop it again, spreading out more temporary HP. If Twilight Domain Cleric didn't exist, this would be the most efficient way to give temporary HP in the game. Now, level 6 onward is going to be all Paladin. And once we hit level 6, we're going to be taking the Redemption Paladin. At this level, what the Redemption Paladin can do for us is not only are we protecting people now, but let's say one of our allies takes a really big hit, we can use our Channel Divinity to make the enemy take that big hit back. Pretty powerful. But more likely than not, we're just going to use our Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back to create another Protector Cannon. They're that good. Now, all of our first level spells are likely going to be dedicated to our Protector Cannon, but our second level spells and on are free game. So once we start getting those second level spells as a Paladin, one I really want to talk about is Warding Bond. Let's say we give our Artificer Infusion Enhanced Defense to one of our teammates, then we give them the ring, give them Warding Bond. Now they have a +2 to their AC from us. They take resistance to any and all damage, and we take the other half of that damage. So someone who can hold the line, we just stand behind them, let them hold the line, and we just support with Firebolts. And it has really awesome synergy with the Protector Cannon, because now they take, say, 10 points of damage, 5 of that goes towards our tank, 5 of it goes towards us. So we've split that 10 damage in between 2 pools of temporary HP. Come our turn, we move back over to that tank. We use our bonus action to restore both of our temporary HP up. So Warding Bond with this build has crazy synergies. Discussing our ASIs a little bit, I'd say maxing out Charisma is our #1 most important thing we can do. And then afterwards, maxing out Intelligence is the second most important thing. By maxing out Charisma, our Aura of Protection and our spells get better. By maxing out Intelligence, we give more temporary HP turn in and turn out. So it's a surprising amount of tankiness from just one level bump in your intelligence. My confidence emanates from me in palpable waves. Those under my protection feel, in their souls, my confidence in them, my confidence in myself, and my confidence in my oaths. When trouble comes, this confidence and this trust bolsters their body, mind, and spirit, along with mine. That's right, level 9, we're getting Aura of Protection, and that awesome description of Aura of Protection comes from our sponsor, dScryb. dScryb is a subscription-based service that specializes in giving you flavor text to make your world come alive, and it has a massive, and I mean massive library. I've been playing around with dScryb, and where I thought it was really cool for DMs, what I'm learning is it's actually also really cool for players. So I've talked about how to make your roleplay better. One of the things you can do is to say what you're going to do first, and then say your action afterwards. dScryb totally enables players to pull stuff off like that, and I love it. If you're interested in trying it out, head over to dscryb.com/DND Daily and use discount code DND Daily to get 10% off on your order. All of this, of course, will be linked in the description down below. But bouncing back over to Aura of Protection, it has really great synergy with the Protector Cannon, because guess what? They both have the exact same range. They're both within 10 feet of essentially you if you're carrying the Protector Cannon. The Redemption Paladin continues taking these ideas and just enhances them. Once you're 7th level Paladin, you get the ability to absorb damage for your team. So if they're out of temporary HP, you can absorb it and take the damage on your temporary HP, then restore both of yours next turn. Later down the road, we can automatically heal. Every single turn that we're below half HP, we heal a bit back up to half HP. So we are happy to take bonus damage for our team because we're going to be healing it off unlike them, and it's a free heal. Something else I really like about this build is though it gets strong at level 5, it continues to scale incredibly well. The Redemption Paladin has fantastic spells. Hypnotic Pattern may come in way later than it would for a wizard, but it's always good. Hypnotic Pattern is never a bad spell, and we're happy to pick it up later down the line. Same thing with Wall of Force. It may be coming on late, but Wall of Force is still a fight-winning spell. It doesn't matter at what level of the game. Our defenses are crazy. Our AC is incredibly high. We have tons of temporary HP, fantastic saves, and we give it to our teammates. We give that defensiveness to our teammates. Where we're weak, of course, is our offense, but that's how I wanted it. Now, this is just my take on a crazy support build. I'd love to hear your guys'. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to support the channel and get some cool benefits at the same time, check out our Patreon. But other than that, my friends, have yourselves a killer day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you then.